Hi Virgo, welcome to your July 2020 Tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you, for your actions. Okay, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, you have the Empress. You are all about that good stuff. This is about good vibes, happy moments, but it's also about you seeking to beautify your entire life. This is about you streamlining everything. It's about you harmonizing everything. And it's also about you finally putting into practice all of those plans that you have, right? So yes, obviously the astrology is still a bit crazy, but it looks like this is the month where you're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to hold back any longer. This is the time for me to move ahead with things. It looks like you are really looking at the people that you connect with, the people that you harmonize with. This is going to be about you really starting to build connections and sow those what was I going to say? Sow those seeds in the fertile soil. Because remember, your actions and interactions with the world at large, it's all about what you do. And so this Empress card sees you really saying to yourself, you know what? I want to make my life, I want to make it all the best life, right? What is it they say? I'm living my best life, right? This is about you actually putting the practical steps in place to do that. This is like your work, your business, your relationship, like everything. This is about you saying, you know what? I want my life to be a more beautiful expression of my existence. And this is the month where you're going for it. It sees you really being very practical about this stuff as well. This is about you saying, right, what are the real steps? How can I make the most out of everything that I've got? And more importantly, what can I do to nourish and nurture all of the plans that I have going? So this could be like your personal business projects. It could be your, something to do with your home. It could be something to do with your relationship. It could be anything. Now, I do have to warn you, because it is the Empress and it is in your actions and interactions with the world at large. This is a very fertile month for you. So just, if you don't want that experience, this is the month to be cautious. And, it's really funny because people say this to me all the time, like especially friends that I read for. They're like, Raph, no more, no, I'm good. And when I say this to them, they're like, no. And then like literally 3 to 6 months later, I'll get a call and they're like, you bastard, you did it. I'm like, no. I didn't do anything. I just told you what was possible at the time. I told you to be cautious. Anyway, with that said, for your money and materials, look at this. You've got the Two of Cups. Now this is stunning, right? This is the right connections coming in, the right connections for you to make money, the right connections for you to start building, to getting yourself out there, to put in some of your personal projects into fruition. Money looks good this month, but remember, it's not you. Like I said, you're doing the hard work on your end, right? But your money comes through other people. It comes through connections with other people, through collaborations with other people. This is where you're going to find this stuff. If you're thinking about working with a partner, with a loved one, this energy is especially heightened as well, because the Two of Cups is it's the potential, right, between two people in a relationship. The other thing is as well, when it comes to your health, this looks like a great month. In fact, this is probably one of your healthiest months of the year so far, Virgo, where you really are. It's kind of like you've just got everything in the right balance. Okay, you've just got everything in the right place. You're feeling good, you're feeling confident, you're feeling sure. When it comes to the home and environment, look at this. That is absolutely beautiful, and it looks like everything that you're hoping to do, everything that you're hoping to see into fruition, it's flourishing. It's absolutely flourishing. It's other people, it's your connections to others, it's you sowing those seeds of the relationships or the connections that you have with other people this month that are really going to get you to sail through. And that's where you're going to find those big sort of financial boosts in some way, shape or form. I'm actually really excited to see what this is. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady is going to win this race, right? This month, whatever plans you are making with a collaborator, with a friend, with a colleague, with a partner, it's all got to be like, even if you, and this is great for you guys because you're very detail orientated anyway, but if you have to painstakingly go over things to the point where you think, oh my gosh, how many more times can we go over it? Do it, because that is what's going to get you through. And it does look like this month that is the energy that is really going to see things into true progression. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles is very much a powerful card for moving forward, and it sees you, look, the way that he's not even looking out there or forward, he's looking at this, he's looking at the pentacle, which means he's very focused on manifesting into the reality that he, you know, what it is that he wants. As a communications card, this sees you communicating with your collaborators, communicating with your partner, and it's kind of like you're saying, you know what, I know it's going to be a long-term thing. I know it's not going to be just this month and done. I know this is going to be something that grows and goes from strength to strength. So this is great. You know, if anything, this month you're probably, you know, whereas maybe other times you have a bit more of a hard time from people with it, this is the month where people are going to be like, I love how much detail you go into. Like, this is really good for me. This is really helping. So I love this. I really like this. It does look like as well, this month you are, because remember, your Knight of Pentacles, aside from determination and all the rest of it, is a mode of transport, right? So the fact that this falls next to the Two of Cups, this is something to do with a car or something to do with a vehicle. Now, because the Empress is in close proximity, it tends to be either something bigger, like a 4x4, or something even bigger than that, and maybe even something that you are fixing up or making more sort of beautiful than it was when you purchased it. So just something for you to consider, but it looks like a lot of fun is being had this month. For your partnership, so I'm just gonna say it, yeah, if babies is not what you want right now, this is a month for you to be really cautious. The sensual and sexual energy between you and a partner is going to be at an all-time high this month. You've got the Ace of Wands right next to the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, that is hot and heady, right? You know, you're communicating well, you're expressing yourself well in your relationships. You're very earthy, very sensual, very much about the physical pleasure. Remember, the Ace of Wands is a sexy card, right? It's got that kind of energy behind it. So if you're single, it looks like you're meeting someone on your travels, and it does. So this is likely to be more of a commute than like an actual, you know, holiday or a vacation. This is going to be somebody that you meet in your day-to-day sort of activities. It's not going to be, it's short and sweet travel. It's not going to be, you know, long distance or long haul. So this is someone in your immediate environment, somebody that's a lot of fun, somebody that you could be having great banter with, lots of that. For those of you that are partnered, very much the same energy, and I think even more so I would build on that, because remember, the Ace of Wands is the point of conception, and that's true conception, because it's the actions wand, right? The other thing is as well, you and your partner could be seeking new and fun experiences this month. So it looks like you could be maybe not even taking a short trip, but well, yeah, actually taking a short, literally taking a short trip, like a short commute, maybe exploring your local environment a little bit more, but you're having a lot of fun doing it. Relationships actually for Virgos this month look better than for any other sign. So well done, you guys. All right, let's have a look, see for your weeks of the month. For the first week of the month, you've got the Tower card. So this for me feels like you might have an opportunity this month. It looks like there's an invite coming in. Now, the invite that is coming in for you could very well be one that you either hadn't expected, or maybe one that you wanted but kind of thought, oh, you know what, I really want to do that, but the chances of me getting an opportunity there is slim to none, and it just shows up for you. There's a surprise collaboration coming up this month, and it kind of feels like it's almost like a happy accident. Tower card underneath the Empress, very, very fertile, you know, shocking surprise pregnancy. I'm not going to spell it out for you anymore. I mean, not for everybody, right? It's not just going to be that all suddenly, all Virgos are going to get pregnant, but it's just an energy that's very high. So be really careful if that's not what you want. The Tower card underneath the Empress as well. This could be a couple of things. One, there could be some sort of natural, I don't want to say disaster, but there could be some sort of natural upheaval in your local environment. So that's something to consider this month as well, but to be on the lookout for. And it could also be that there's some sort of, because you've got the Two of Cups, and that's why when I see these three, I'm like, yeah, that's a surprise invite of some sort. And it could just come really out of the blue very suddenly, and you're like, oh gosh, and you won't really, it's the Tower. You very rarely have a lot of time to think about it. For your second week of the month, you've got the Empress card. Relationships look amazing for you guys this month. There's a lot of really warm energy here. The Empress next to the Tower, underneath the Empress. Very fertile month. And not just in terms of, physically fertile. This is connections, collaborations, invites, working with people, especially working with people online or working with people at a distance from you. This could be some really great connections coming through. These could be very fruitful when it comes to money as well. So financially, it is through connections and collaborations this month, or partnerships, that you're going to find your money. Obviously, always, have your boundaries and stuff in place. For your health. Health looks great this month. It really just looks like you have everything in balance. It could be one of those moments where you're like, wow, you know what? I actually feel like I've got tons of energy. I feel really good. I actually feel like better than I've felt in a long time. For your come on brain, home, again, Empress, beautifying the home, working on the home, doing things around the home, looks great. And again, it just looks like this this energy of having what you need. There's a lot of support there that might be coming through. And obviously, because you've got a double hit of the Empress card, this could be support that comes from a mother, and maybe a female mentor of some kind, maybe some sort of just like a prominent woman in your life could be assisting you in some way, shape or form. For your third week of the month, you have the Judgment card right underneath the Knight of Pentacles. It's an interesting energy, right? Because it looks like you're having some sort of a blast from the past. Now, this could be that you are getting some sort of correspondence, but the thing is, this isn't going to be, it's not going to be like an email or a text message. This will be a physical letter. This is going to be something that comes through the door, so that somebody sends you. Because it is the Judgment card and it is the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this has got something to do with money, with finances, maybe a back payment of some sort. And I kind of feel like it's some sort of monetary, I don't want to say reward because that's not the right word that I'm looking for. Some sort of monetary boon or blessing that comes your way, but it will come through the post. It will be like an actual physical piece of mail rather than, like an email or something like that. And interestingly enough, I genuinely don't feel like this is something you're expecting. I feel like it's something that's just going to come up and you'll be like, oh my gosh. It may be something from the past that you were expecting, but it never came, and then you just kind of figured it never would. And then when it shows up, you're like, oh my gosh, wow, look at that. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the High Priestess underneath the Ace of Wands. July seems to be, for a couple of signs, the month where somebody's proposing. So I'm sorry if I've ruined the surprise for you. But yeah, it does look like there is a new beginning for your relationship on the horizon. For those of you that are partnered but not married, it does look like your partner may be planning an engagement, which is really nice. So if so, congratulations. Damn it, Raph, you ruined it. For those of you that are partnered and already married, again, it just looks like you guys are really tight. There's a new level of intimacy and closeness that's coming through this month, and it's very likely because you're connecting more on a spiritual level, more than you ever have, which is really powerful. It looks like you guys might be sharing things with each other, you know, new layers, and that really is the way that we get into closer intimacy with people, is by sharing more of who we are, you know, more of our secrets. That could be something that's happening for a lot of you. And then for those of you that are single, it just looks like you're having a great time, but it does feel like there's going to be one person, especially for those of you that are single and there's kind of several people in the picture. It does look like one person is going to come up trumps, and this person is, you know, is more than everybody else, because they touch you at a really deep level. Interesting. Very interesting, but I do feel like there's going to be something revealed to you this month as well, because the Judgment card with the High Priestess, that's something from your past that is revealed to you, and that I feel like is likely to be something to do with your work or somebody that you've worked with in the past, so keep an eye out for that. For your key to the month, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Can see you working very, very hard this month, but it's all got pretty much instant payoffs, you know, like even if it's not the biggest of rewards, it kind of looks like no matter how hard you're working this month, you see some sort of returns for it, which is nice. But yeah, it does look like you're all about the work this month. You are busy beavering away and squirreling away in the background, and whatever it is that you're building is going to come, you know, you're going to see some really good results from it. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.